I'm just saying I want to defeat you quickly.
Yeah, ironically, yeah, this is good. Keep all this in. Yeah. First of all, you're not going to beat me. All right,
I'm
Sonal?
like low-key extremely competitive.
Are you really?
Unless I'm losing, then I'm so
you.
annoying. I'm like, what does it matter? What is winning? You know, in the theory of oneness, we are but one.
Yeah.
And there is no losing. There is only learning and evolution.
Good. You're going to learn a lot today.
People are like, yeah, but I like whooped your ass though. I'm like, I receive with love. And then if I win, I'm like, I am the winner. You are the loser. I am the winner.
Sonal Aggarwal. Did I get it right?
Aggarwal.
All right, here's the thing. I got a speech
impediment.
You know me well. Come on, don't do this to me on the camera. Aggarwal.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sometimes. You know,
yes.
Can I just talk shit? He calls me Sonal. And like every time he's throwing extra letters in, and there are people like, why don't you teach him? I'm like, there are people that you're like, Sonal, like hormonal or tonal. And then there are people that you're like, this man is a senior citizen. Just let him live.
No, don't let that white man have privilege.
He's got like 12 kids. I think he just calls them by number. I don't think that's true. I think he has like 4. But we're here for fake news and fun.
Look at him. So you're just going to take number 1, huh? Okay, it's that type of game.
I mean, I didn't know what was happening, and I thought somebody needed to make
4?
a move. Do I know? Do you want me to flip the fucking table right
Jesus
now?
Christ,
How dare you? I didn't know you were so aggressive.
Okay.
Jimmy's like pretend polite.
Yeah, you got me down the middle. Oh yeah, I'm fake. Well, no, I'm not. I'm very polite. Don't do that. I'm extremely polite.
That is true. You are real polite as well, and fake polite.
Yeah. I play the game, baby. You know what I'm saying? Sonal, one of the best comedians in Chicago, one of the best actors in Chicago, one of the dopest people you can meet. That's all I was going to say. Did I miss anything?
Our light is inextinguishable, We're
You're so fucking beautiful. Okay, all right. Take this L.
All right, here we go. Now I got to stack and load.
That's trash move, okay? Trash.
Is that a really bad move? Oh, no, I've set you up for... All right, let me build upwards.
I don't know if it's any of these
upwards mobility.
I don't know if any of these are great moves. I'm just talking hella shit.
Okay, well, I mean, game 1 done. You suck at this. What are you doing?
Here's the thing. I was in...
I can't... Is that a pity loss? What?
The mic was in front of me.
Are you distracted? There's no cleavage? Nothing.
Fuck. Okay.
I found out that the security guard at Laugh Factory is ticklish. I was like, none of us are safe here.
That's so fucking... Can you be ticklish as a security guard? I think that should be like a criteria.
I think that should be the first question. Yeah. Are you ticklish?
Yeah.
I was like, yes. Okay, get out. You're of no use to us. Yeah. What are you going to do? And a gunfight. Somebody brings guns, and then you get tickled.
I like that's how you think gunfights happen. Hey, man, freeze. Now raise your fucking hands up. Give me them armpits. Give me them armpits, nigga. You're like, no, take everything.
I don't.
Just not the armpits.
I don't have a gun. I know you're really bad at this game. If that's the question, yes. Do you think I'm bad at this game, Sonal? Yes, I do. Yes, that's done. Interview done. Is this over? I'm going to brunch.
Play the game, all right? Play the game.
Dun, 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 dun. Shark attack. I'm just going to stack 4 right there.
Yeah, and I'm going to lose that one again.
Why?
Have you seen, like, comedians in cars?
I always fast forward through the car part.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And I get to the interview part. And I'm like, I cannot listen to this white man talking about machines. I don't care. Get Mr. Rogers in there talking about cars. I would love that. Be like, we're going to go to the factory. Here we are. Won't you be my neighbor? I love that. Have you heard the Kids Bop version of Old Town Road?
Oh, no, I have not.
It's pretty good.
Would you do an OnlyFans?
It's a job. It's a job. If I had like a manager...
Is that what it is?
If I have a little crew, if I'm like, okay, guys, let's hit it. We're going to go do some booty jiggle stuff in the bathroom.
Oh, so if you have somebody
But if I have to set up the camera and I have to set up the lighting and do the editing, I might as well, like, do a podcast. And do a Patreon.
I mean, you didn't hear this from me, but the streets have been waiting.
For my Patreon?
No, your OnlyFans.
Oh, Oh, really?
If you need, I don't.
Are you on OnlyFans?
I'm gonna be.
Don't you feel the same as me?
Hold on. What do you mean?
That it's like a job.
Yeah, probably. I don't think about being I don't think anybody's gonna pay for my OnlyFans, so I'm not gonna do one.
You'd be surprised. I'm sure that there's a whole gang of moms in Idaho. If they get a hold of that link, that booty. This is a pro booty podcast.
Oh, I'm a big booty guy.
I'm a big booty guy. I grew up in the 90s, so I kind of witnessed, I got to live the shift, you know, from the pancake booty era into, you know, Sir Mix-a-Lot. That was
So you
an
just got to
exciting
watch
time.
the real evolution in real time. I care a little bit about the butt, you know what I'm saying? I'm just as a fan. As a fan of the craft, you know,
Butts in general should be celebrated across all color spectrum.
Yeah, it's what, you know, it's what I tell myself.
We love a thick Judge Judy. I know virgins. Yeah, 40-year-old virgins. Jesus Christ. Not Steve Carell. Like hot women virgins.
Hey man, I'm trying to find a wife. I don't even like.
That sounds like I have like a link or something. I'm like, click here for hot virgins. They live with their moms.
Hot versions.
Oh God, they're gonna come for me. I'm always saying stuff like, you know, you're allowed to experience your body. That's
you are.
You are, right? And they're like, you are a whore and the devil.
That's why I never got. That's one thing I never got when like guys slut shame. I'm like, who's this for? You gonna shame the only woman who wants to have sex?
Who's like putting in the work?
Okay.
To learn. What are you gonna do with a virgin? Teach them stuff. When I was living in Europe, I was a fire dancer. Okay, I left that for the stability of stand-up comedy. And when I was a fire dancer in Europe, and you know, you just have like your little props and you're dancing wherever, and there are other people from around the world, and there were all these young South American boys, and they had Italian cougars who were picking them up in Porsches, taking them to their boats. Oh, wow. And I'm like, is that what I'm going to be like when I'm however old they are? Crazy? You know, because if that's what being a cougar is, I want that. If I had a yacht, I'd be training up all the little boys. I'd be teaching you all kinds of moves, Jimmy.
Yeah, we got to even it out, man. There's too many older guys hooking up with younger women.
I went out with this French kung fu guy in India many years ago, and we were not using a condom, and he was like, and he's like,
a condom.
He was sort of like making love, like this, and he just goes, oh Sonal, I finished. And I'm like, excuse me?
Come again?
No, please, do not come again. No more coming. And he goes, I finished. We need to go to get you the pill. The pill. You need to get the pill. I was maybe 24, 25, your age.
How old was he?
He was around the same age. I think he was just a couple of years younger, like 22. Okay. So then we went to the pharmacy in India, which is great, to be like, hi, I'm a whore. Liberated.
Isn't that a funny double standard? Because when you go there, you're like, I'm a whore. When I go there, I'm like, yeah, nigga, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Just be out here, you know.
I mean, I'm lucky my ass didn't get like beat down by a gang or a mob, so that's cool. I was protected by. We'd be out in public sometimes, and I'd be like, you need to walk like 10 feet in front of or behind me because the vibe, and you have to be like, this is my husband. This is my husband. You can't have a boyfriend, you know. So I'm like, my husband and I. In Goa, India. Okay. It's a tiny little state on the coast that used to be a Portuguese colony before the English ever came. So they're kind of like, we've been colonized. Relax, you know. And we were colonized by the chill colonizers, Portuguese, who surf and make pão de queijo, you know, and versus the British. So it's funny how there can even be beef, like brown on brown beef, where it's like, fuck you. They also embraced Jesus, which was a way to escape the caste system and enter into a different caste system. But there we were in a pharmacy in India, and he's like, we need the pill. And I was like, I get to pick any pill in here, and you have to take it. And he's like, oh, no. What? C'est quoi? And I'm like, yeah, justice.
That was a great way of telling my audience you got the the Gugu 3000 down there. I think it's your turn.
Gugu 3000? Is that what birth control is called in India? Let me get that Gugu 3000. It's within a 24-hour period.
I'm just saying crazy shit.
You can also get ketamine over the counter in India.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to like tranquilize kids, I think.
You got me in it two. I mean, you definitely have me two ways. I just don't know which way. Which way is the other way? Oh, I think I see the other way. Connect four. I beat you.
It's over. No. Oh, damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Go on, baby.
Oh, you distracted me with all this jibber jabber.
I distracted
all that jibber jabber about, oh, I see this, I see that. I'm like, what do you see? You're confusing me.
I did. Oh, you talking about that? Yeah, I did do that shit.
You bamboozled me. I did. Black magic. I cannot remember names and faces for the life of me. Like, people are coming up to me like, do you remember me? I've met you like 18 times. I'm like, please remind me of every 18 times. But I still, I lived in Rome many, many years ago, and I still, because it's similar to Spanish, and it's so sexy. And it's a phonetic language. So, I mean, if you want to learn Italian, you probably can. Molto facile. And the men would be like coming up to you in the grocery store, holding your arm, like grabbing your arm, like, facciamo l'amore, qua stesso. And you're like, oh, you want to make love here in the produce section? That's very on the nose. And just the dicks. The dicks were like, and that confidence, you know? I remember being so in love with like the corner store, you know, wine store guy, you know, just because like, ciao bella, come stai? And you're like, oh. You know, nobody's making eye contact like that, you know, especially here where people are like, what's up? What's your name?
But you did like them being aggressive, but it was the fact that it was real confidence is what you're saying, or is it the fact that it was smoother?
It was also a non-threatening aggression, if that makes sense. It was just like a clarity of vision. Io voglio fare l'amore qua stesso. You know, and it was like, I'm good. And it's like, you're lost, baby. Yes, so it was that combination of the suave and I mean, it's also, the cool thing about traveling is like, we think racism is such a American beef, you know, created invention, but racism exists in so many forms everywhere in the world. And I mean, I was in the desert in Rajasthan with an Italian traveler hippie man and a French traveler hippie man, and we are tripping on acid, and somehow like the topic of wine comes up, and these two are like, no, but Italian wine is better. No, that's more French. The French wine is better, you know. And the Italian guy's like, fratello, no, the Italian wine is the best wine. And I'm like, we are on acid in the desert. Shut the fuck up, both of you. I have never dated an Indian guy. I've gone on a couple of like shadi.com, which is like marriage.com dates. My mom's trying to set me up. Shout out, you know, send me your biodatas.
Indian women.
And how were they? So nice and chill.
Beautiful. One of them ghosted me, and we're friends on Instagram, and I love that bride.
Does she watch your stories? I love that.
Yeah.
So she didn't really ghost you. She's like alive. Or that is ghosting. She's like a spirit.
It's ghosting because she doesn't. Well, don't get me wrong. I didn't text her too many times after, but she stopped responding to my text messages.
Show me the text.
Right now. Stop responding, but she watches all my stories and then and likes all my stuff, and she goes to
cold blooded. I mean, how old is she?
I don't know, probably like 22 now.
That's fine. What the fuck do you expect from a 22-year-old?
I agree.
I wouldn't expect shit.
I agree. But I was looking forward to having Indian kids.
Here's the thing about dating young, because I've dated young and younger, you know, even if it's a couple of years difference, when it gets uncomfortable is when the younger person is having an experience for the first time that you're not able to share because you've already experienced it, maybe many times. And especially when it's like being in love, you know, and it's like, I dated somebody and he's like, oh my God, I'm in love. And I'm like, great, welcome.
That's a real point.
And when you've been there before, and you cannot share in that newness.
You don't get new love anymore.
It's not and it's your own.
Oh
wow, I haven't felt that feeling of actually being in love in a pretty long time, which is a little bit sad. I definitely had a really dumb, illegal romance with a cast member when I was out west for this play. But it was more a feeling of openness and vulnerability and the silliness that I get into in relationship mode, I am, everybody has the potential to turn into like a and part. I mean, have you all seen each other with like dogs and cats? That like people are like, who's so good? It's like people want that. People want that expression.
I agree.
And you can get to that when you're a place of like when you're so in love and you're just like, and you feel like you don't even need the other person around. You can just think about them and you're like, and that's how a long distance relationship can actually work. Because I dated this Irish guy, he would be in India and I'd be in Mexico, and we'd be doing different things, but I felt so connected to somebody that I felt like I had this place within myself. I'm like, oh, wow, that's so powerful. Care Bears there. I do have a Gaysian brunch that I have to get to.
A Gaysian brunch. What is a Gaysian brunch?
It's gay Asians.
That sounds amazing, actually. That sounds fantastic.
And the Desi community will be there. That's gay Desis. Desi, D-E-S-I, means of the country, and it means the South Asian diaspora. And for whatever reason, Sri Lanka is not included. I include you guys, and I'm sorry. I don't know who makes the maps. And Desi plus gay equals Gacy. So there's a really, really nice Gacy community. If you're queer and brown and you need friends, hit me up, because I know some really, really pretty gays. Oh my God, they eat pretty.
We love the gays. So this is what I'm going to tell you.
People don't like when older men date younger women.
Yes, because it's easier to manipulate the younger woman. And I'm like, I don't think that's the case. As a guy who dated young women and dated older women, I don't know. Older women sometimes easier, because young women these days will ghost you for anything. You can say fucking a bad joke, they're disappear. Older women more willing to accept.
Not funny. I thought you're a comedian.
Oh yeah, older women they'll accept some bullshit for a little bit. They'll give you a fucking fuck.
So I think it's more about how society feels about, I think for sure younger women are being manipulated into thinking, he loves me. He's totally going to leave his wife and his kids for me. And I have a journal for him. Because that's what that fantasy shit is when you're like.
That's crazy. Men and women have different fantasy. All I want from a woman is just some woman who's like, okay, you can keep playing 2K. That's what my fantasy is.
So you want like a babysitter that you fuck and buys you waffles?
Yeah, actually. You really
I don't have that kind of money, James. I don't have yacht money. I can't support us. I need... Oh, the bitch is back.
God damn it. I knew
You know what I did? I did an eye contact thing. I was looking here.
It's the mic.
I was looking here. I totally fucking bamboo. I was like, okay, put this is where your game is. And I didn't even look over there. And it worked. It worked, and it feels so good. Sweet defeat. Zoom in on the defeat. Zoom in on his loser face. You loser. You're never going to get pussy ever again in this.
Jesus, I didn't know the stakes were
No, cancel out. That's a terrible curse to put on anybody.
Hey, Sonal Aggarwal, whatever the fuck your last name is.
Saint James.
Thank you for
Are you a real saint?
Oh, I got to ask you one question. Okay. No, I'm not. So
what miracles have you performed?
I'm not. I have to do 2 miracles to be a saint.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out.
I'm excited.
What they should be.
I'm excited for your miracles.
I think I'm trying to get my parents to get back together. That's one.
I think that every morning that we even wake up is kind of a miracle.
All right. Stop with all this fucking... this
all this shit talking to so soft.
Last question, Sonal. Yes. What is... And you got to make this one quick, unfortunately. Okay. What is the key to life? No, not a trick question.
To remember to surrender. Surrender, I feel like, is an expression of defeat. Often, like, okay, I surrender, and no. The mantra is, what's that, like, the alcoholics prayer, God give me the strength to accept the things that I can. Look that up. That's a really good one. That is the key to life. And you got to just surrender, baby, and breathe. Surrender and breathe. But from a place of grace. Okay. That is the key.
Right. All right, Sonal, thank you for doing this.
I love you.
I love you, too. Hopefully you can do it again.